What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I got a 2008 CLK 550 and we're gonna do the driver's side rear window regulator. So it's gonna be a fun one. Let's get going. Alright, so I'm just gonna demonstrate what the window does. This is as low as it goes, that's it. So something is broken down or is holding it. So let's go ahead and start taking this apart. Alright, we're gonna start off with this weather strip. I'm gonna take this off. Alright, so this panel right here is one piece. So we're gonna remove this out. So you can remove the top and then go up. It has this basically notches right here that just fold in. Alright, next we got two Phillips screwdrivers right here. So it holds this cover, then just goes like that. So alright, next we got our seat belt bracket that's held by T45s. Just gonna go ahead and set this free. Then right here, if you pull this out, you'll see a little notch right here. If you press on this and pull this out, this will just pop out. And for this cover, there's a little lever right here. So if you get a small enough screwdriver, go in, pry it out, this will pop right out. So there's two covers right here. One right here and one more right here. You just pry over them and then they'll just pop out. And then underneath you have a 13mm. And then this should just pop right out. Go ahead and remove this part of the seat too, which is held by two 13mm on the bottom and this seat belt, but I'm gonna leave the seat belt on for now. There's this bracket right here you gotta get out. Alright, so something is holding the seat up here, but it does come out this way to a point where I might be able to reach those bolts. So what I did was I put a piece of wood right here just to hold it out this way, and I'm just gonna try to remove it from there, from behind it. I'm just gonna go up and over from behind it. Alright, so we got a T27 that's right here. Alright, as you can see, we're very loose right here. So right here, you have two T25s that go right here. So we're gonna get those two out and then this cover should just come out. Alright, so we're gonna start off by removing the seat belt and get this area basically clear. Our T30s right here and then one T45 on top. So this one has one of those airbag plugs, so be careful with that. Then we gotta be careful up here because our window is stuck, so it won't go down, so you gotta be careful when you're removing this. Alright, next I'm gonna remove this, the part that brings the seatbelt closer. We have a T30 right here and one more in here somewhere. Alright, up next we got this panel right here that's gonna come out, and they're all T30s, so this large piece that goes all the way to the quarter panel to get the window regulator out, and for that we have to have the convertible top open because there's bolts down there which we can't reach with the top up. Since our window is not working, the limit switch won't let the top open, so we're gonna open it manually. Alright, so in the trunk where the pump is on the left side, you got a 6mm Allen down there. You're gonna release that, and then this right here, this little guy right here, you're gonna pull it. It's open already, but I'm gonna close it just to show you. You're gonna pull it and then twist it so it locks open, okay? Like 25 degrees should do it. And then you're gonna remove the passenger side and then do the same thing to that guy right there, okay? And then from that point on, right here where the latches are, you have plastic covers. You're gonna remove these out, and then you're going to release these two knobs right here. Just gonna release them down. Then after that, every car should have a cable in here like this. So here there's a plastic piece. You don't want to go behind it, you want to go under it. So you're gonna come out this way and then go around it. Basically go under it, go in between that and the metal. Gonna come out basically gonna come out like this, go around it. Now you have something like this. You're gonna, and then just let it out and then close the trunk. You're gonna do that to both sides and then close the trunk. Now you have just these two guys just sticking out. Alright, for the pulling process, you're gonna need two people. So you're just gonna grab it and yank it as much as you can. Alright, that should be good enough. You're gonna lift this up. Lift this out. Alright, so after that, you're gonna come inside. There's a little cover right here. You're gonna remove that. You're gonna have your ratchet on position. Then just gonna remove this out. There you go. It's loose now. So then you're gonna just push this out. Go back in, and for this, you don't want to close this, so you want to put something up here to just hold it up because the pressures are released, so this will fall. So put something there just to hold it. Alright, so one of the reasons why we weren't able to take out the seat was because it's held by these clips right here. So we're gonna remove these clips and see if we can take out the seat, because there's a bracket that goes across on this side, and it's not gonna let that piece come out, the metal. So this is the bracket, and it goes right behind the seat right here. See, this is cornered, so you won't let it come up. So we're gonna remove this bracket right here. It's held by another T30, and one more T30 right here from the inner side. And if you remove this cover where the quarter panel is, right above the wheel, you'll see two more bolts right here. So we're gonna remove these two. Alright, so these two right here are T45s. Alright, for this second one, I cut a little hole on the carpet so I can go through it. It's a star bolt. Once this is stripped, we're screwed, so that was the safest thing. So alright, so we got one more right here by the seat. Alright, since we got the top open, we're gonna go ahead and take the window out. Window is held by three 10mm, one right here, and one more is right here, but you can't see it. Alright, so for the glass, these two are out, but this one, I didn't have an angle to remove it, and since the window doesn't work, I have no way of removing it. So since this piece is pretty much free, I'm just gonna hammer it up a little bit to a point where I can reach that bolt. We've taken all the bolts out, but we have one more bolt left to remove it. As you can see, it's moving, and that one bolt is right there. Can you see it? It's right there. So what we're gonna do, it sits like behind the latches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and close this, and then see if I have room from over there to remove it. Once the roof is up, the rear windshield is up, if you come down here, you'll see it right there. So we're gonna take that off. Alright, here we go. One bolt right there, one more right here, and you gotta remove this cover, which are held by, you just have to pry it out. Just be careful to prying it out, but it's right here, and then there's one bolt right here. We have to unplug this right now. Let's see if one big piece. Alright, so we got our new part in. This is the part number for it. Alright, so the bottom screw is an adjusting screw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure how far it is and then set the same one on the new one that I got, and then do the rest of the adjustments when it's on the car. You see the new one? It has to go back up, so we're gonna raise it up right now. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to put it on the car. Alright, so from now on we're just gonna do everything backwards and put this back together. So up next I'm gonna put this piece back in. Alright, so at this point I got the window regulator installed, the glass is on, that big bracket that came out is on, the seatbelt extender is on, so everything is on except the covers and the seats and stuff. So what I'm gonna do at this point now is I'm gonna put the convertible top back down, I'm gonna take out of locks, I'm gonna repressurize the system, and I'm just gonna get it going before I put everything back together, just to make sure that the computer is gonna realize that it's got a new window regulator and it recognizes the limit switches, because the limit switches for the convertible top on this model are integrated in the window regulator. So all windows are down. Gonna take out the straps. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna lock it from here first. Once you lock this, it'll allow you to open the trunk. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and release these first. One right there. One more on the passenger side. You already know where it is. Then we're gonna lock this. Screw this screw back on. Alright, so I'm gonna start the car and operate the top and make sure everything is working. So before we go ahead and continue. Alright, so as you can see, our top is working perfect. We're gonna make sure all these windows are doing what they're supposed to do, other than going up and down. When you open the door, they're supposed to click down, and then when you close it, they're supposed to go up, both of them. We're gonna try the same thing on the driver's side, the side that we did the window on. So if you open it, they should come down, and then when you close it, they should both go back up. So we're pretty much ready to put this whole thing back together. We're functioning as we're supposed to. Alright, so before I start putting the covers back, this rear window needs to be adjusted. So I already adjusted it, and you see how it sits, how it goes inside the channel, actually all the way through. But I'll show you where to adjust it from, so at least it's clear. I'll show you one on the car, and then I'll show you on the old window regulator that came out. Alright, so on the old regulator, this is facing inside the car. So you have two points basically. One is this, you see this bracket right here? This is an adjustment. So if you move this left and right, it's pretty tough to move, but this will move, and then it gets this to move. So you see, and then there's this guy right here. So these two, and then you can also adjust from its main 3 bolts that the glass connects to the regulator. So these are movable too, so you can adjust from here too. So we will go inside the car, and I'll show you exactly where it is on the panel. Right, so inside the car you're gonna have one right here, which is the bolt for the adjustment. The other adjustment is gonna be right here, right there, and then the 3 bolts for the window regulator. One is right there, one is right here, 1, 2, and then the third one is gonna be from here, but you're gonna have to move the window around to get access to it. Alright, so I'm gonna put this cover back on first, because it had 2 bolts that used to go back here, and it was really hard to reach when the seat was still on. So alright, first thing, we're gonna plug in our seat belt and install the seat belt buckle.